not work. Large platform B. For some of this. This. It's like this table right here, Ray.
Hold on, I'm doing an epic intro. Okay, what?
My idea for some of the stuff we need is just to have it like on the table. So if we need something, we can just have it.
Dispense 50 of them.
Well, like however many it is, but like we can fill up the canisters and then just have it. Like we can just take one and it'll fill it out.
Gotcha. Hold on.
G.I. Joe.
You think I can have some more?
I wanted these small tables, but it's not really that big of a deal.
I like how they sound like an empty Coke can.
So like I technically don't need this here.
I'm gonna level out that ground for you.
Yeah. It's level next to the base.
Yeah.
That's the level we're keeping.
I don't know what the fuck I did with that little paint thing that makes everything look the same.
We have green over here. I'm not sure what you did with your color.
Shit. There you go, nice and level. Over. I want to say I left it behind because I'm like, I don't need to paint the ground in space, but I don't know what I did with it.
I mean, it could be on one of these mini platforms, but it's not on the miscellaneous one at least, not that I saw. Oh no, actually it is. It's right here.
Yeah. Where? Sorry, alarm. Where are you? There you go.
It's on this table.
This thing, terrain analyzer.
Yeah.
Boo.
Surprised you got so much crap on.
We got a lot of stuff.
All right, how does this work? I gotta turn on.
The inhibitor. We can turn on the inhibitor and then paint or shoot or whatever.
Drill
Turn on
mod,
both and then
boot.
when you do
Oh,
it.
I don't have an inhibitor. That's what I'm missing.
Oh, you can make it on your back. I think it takes zinc.
Okay.
Which I don't have over here yet.
What's it called?
The inhibitor?
No, it's just called inhibitor. Okay.
Yeah. We have a drill mod 1 over here.
Inhibitor mod.
Where's the zinc?
Did y'all get that house?
Working on it. So the chick was like, we're trying to talk her down to see if like, cause like it's like, bro, like we don't mind, you know, paying like either a long lease or like, it's just knowing that it's right off the bat 2,500 or 2,550. It's like that's neat and all, but like in like a year, it's gonna go up to $3,000, and like if we're gonna stay there for a couple years,
That is 2,500 is a lot.
I know, but it's also the space that we need, and like it kind of works. So, and it's like it's brand new, so like it's not like we are moving into like a dirty old house. And then it's pretty nice. It's got a cool little neighborhood, and like it's right next to like all the roads we need to get to. It's not like super far down like some back road. So it like really works for us. But so like when we talked to the Jennifer, the realtor, she talked to the realtor person that's in charge of that, and she said that the owner's like, she's like, oh, I'm losing money on it, blah blah. We're like, so I'm like, so that's the thing, is like she wouldn't come down on it, but it was like, she was like, it's supposed to be 26, but she brought it down to 2,550. I was like, oh my gosh, what a
Oh crap.
and so I told Courtney, I was like, that's kind of a red flag to me, because like, what if like if she's losing money on it in like a couple months, somebody comes in and tries to buy it from her, we're gonna have to get kicked out, you know, like.
Well, that, I mean, she's lying, obviously, but like, what that probably means is she's gonna double your rent. Well, not double, but she, instead of raising it like 3%, she'll raise it 5 or 6% a year. And then you'll have to move or pay more anyway. She's just gonna extort you.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's just trying to get people to move in quickly, because she's probably she's probably losing a lot of money in the sense that no one's living there and having to pay the mortgage.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, if that's the case, then like, yeah, just help us out, lower it a little bit. Like, we'll be long-term tenants, and you know, whatever. But yeah, she just seemed like she was like, oh, I'm actually losing money. I can't go down. And it's like, bro.
Yeah, you're not losing money when you're charging $2,500. That is of money, dude.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, it's not like it's some like, it's a nice house, but it's not by any means like a high dollar property. She's like, oh, I'm losing a lot of scratch on this, fellas. It's like that probably didn't cost you near as much as you're making it out to be.
Either, I mean, maybe if she financed all of it, because interest rates are really high right now.
Well, yeah.
So she financed the whole thing, but that would be insane if she financed like a friggin'. I assume that house is like 300, 400K. Like,
Yeah.
if she financed that whole thing, she's probably is losing a lot of money. But it's like, why would you do that?
I know. It's like, I didn't. Okay, like, then give it to us at a good deal. we'll get it out from under your hands.
For real. Like, what are you doing? Why would you get a house that expensive?
So Jennifer was saying that like a lot of places or like a lot of towns won't let you like straight off the bat just like buy a house that no one's lived in and go straight to leasing it out, because like
because that's crazy.
A lot of towns want you to like have people that live there and build a community, not just have a bunch of leasers.
Yeah, exactly.
And so she's like, well, that's wild. She was like, works for me, because she's like, I'm gonna start listing a bunch of shit out here. Because she was just saying, she's like, I didn't know that. She's like, because it's kind of frowned upon, you know, like if you already own a house, then you want to lease it out. Like a lot of times you have to like approve it with the HOA, or you have to like, there's like,
I'm surprised the HOA even lets her lease it out.
Well, like I said, the neighborhood's brand new, so I don't even know if there is like an accumulative HOA. It just says there's HOA fees.
Maybe one's not fully formed yet, or maybe they're not actually in flow. But like, man, this sounds like a risky move.
Well, and that's why it's like it's not. And I told Courtney, I was like, until I have a U-Haul packed with our shit, like I'm not getting my hopes up for anything. So it's
Because,
like,
what if y'all move in and then next year or 2 years down the road, the HOA's like, dude, you can't lease this out. You haven't even lived here.
well,
And then they, like, tell her she can't.
nah. I mean that's not gonna be. Princeton's trying so hard to like advance. They don't give a shit, dude. They have built like 6 different apartment complexes out here. One of which is right next to Walmart. They ran out of money. The I guess contractors or whoever owns it like ran out of money, and so now there's just like this skeleton shell of an apartment complex just next to Walmart that's like half built, and it's just like a mausoleum of like of an abandoned project. And because people were complaining, they're like they're like, we don't have the infrastructure road wise to accommodate near as many people, because like I forgot what the statistics were, but I read somewhere where it was like 60% during like COVID was just California and like New York people that moved down here to Texas. So like we've already doubled in like population in this small ass town, and we still only have a 2-lane road that goes in and out. So like
Rowlett has that issue too, because they're building that giant resort over by Lake Tawakoni. Wait, yeah, right? Lake Tawakoni?
Like the lagoon thing or whatever.
Dude, it's huge. It's
They're building one over here
$1 billion.
too. Yeah, they're building one over here too. It's right. It's up the road from us. If you go down this road, make a left. There's like this big empty field, and it says like coming. And it looks so funny because it reminds me of like when you watch movies and it like shows you like an ominous like, live your dream, live in the you know.
If you
way
lived
of the
here, you'd
future.
be home now.
Yeah. That kind of bullshit like sign, but then you look, it's just like a dirty pasture that hasn't been transformed
Like,
into a lagoon.
The one here is almost done.
Oh.
They've been working on it for like 8 years or shit, and it's like $1 billion. It's supposed to be the biggest. What's it called? It's like the biggest pool in the United States. And it's like, that is so stupid because Rowlett does not have the infrastructure to support 1 million people. Like that's insane. Like, why would you do that? Like, our roads are already like filled to the brim with people. Like, we only have, I mean, it's a 4-lane, but it's 2 and 2, but it's like at one point the road goes down to 1 lane. It's like, what are you doing? You're going to it's gonna buckle under the pressure of that many people. And just like you said, Rowlett built like 5 or 6 different apartment complexes. So just let's just roughly say, like, because they're huge, man.
Yep.
So let's say there's like 500 residents each one. That's like easily $2,000 to $3,000. Like that, like 2,000 or 3,000 people just all of a sudden moving into a city that is not prepared for it.
Nope.
Like, I mean, on the bright side, like our property value on our house has gone through the roof. Whenever we move, our house will probably be worth half of. Like, it's crazy how fast our house, when we bought it, was $225. It'll probably be half of.
Oh yeah, and especially just in that
crazy. It's like
neighborhood and
double.
area.
Like, and I don't even live in the nice neighborhood. Like, I mean, it's a good neighborhood, but it's not like 1 block over is like $500,000 houses.
You see this gap over here, Ray? What are you doing?
Look at.
Right here.
Thigh gap.
Well, I'm scared to do the ground change underneath this because like literally half an inch changes the entire terrain. So I'm like, ah.
Well, if you do it from a solid place.
No, I do, but look, you I guess we've been like, if you move your cursor over, there's a little bit of dips and gaps here. So it's like, yeah, if I do that, there's going to be a ton of little like divots that we haven't accounted for, and then all of a sudden I end up with this little fucking bullshit right here.
I always start from the base because the base is like true flat, and then I just go out from there. I ended up just doubling up because it made more sense. And there's a lot of tables. Okay, so we have a lot of research now. We can do... Can we make tungsten carbide? We need carbon and tungsten. I think we have tungsten now, right?
Yeah.
Tungsten, yeah. Now we need carbon. Carbon at.
Are you doing this, Ray?
Just because it drives me bonkers. Now, because at least now it'll look like a laboratory that we have out here versus whatever the fuck this like abstract stained glass window looking ground we have.
And now we need to be able to make steel. Find out how to do that.
You get Shaquille O'Neal and you make a movie out of it.
To make steel, we need iron and carbon. Is
Hey,
iron
mommy and daddy, I said hello.
Shaq ain't no dummy. Shaq smart.
Yeah.
Iron is hematite. I think we have iron.
Hematite.
Yeah, we have iron.
We have hemoglobin.
Carbon.
Fargo was so good, dude.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
It was the stupidest, like, it was one of the best, like, dark comedies I've seen in a while.
Well, and it's great because like it's literally just a bunch of like Wisconsin hicks just like not understanding what's going. And like the funny part of it is that it's like their toughest gig is like, oh, there's a car double parked on 5th Street, and then all of a sudden there's a murder, and so it's like, oh yeah, I heard there was a guy who got murdered over there a
When
couple
Steve
years ago.
Buscemi and that guy get pulled over, and that guy pulls the cop into the car and shoots him, and blood just starts shooting out of his head, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, because I did not expect the movie to be so violent.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And then the
yeah.
end,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, Jesus God, bro. Like, it's Steve Buscemi's foot just sticking out. Like, oh my God.
The wood chipper.
Yes! What a great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and
It is
maybe Hot Rod
wild
tomorrow.
you haven't seen any of those.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
it is.
I'm gonna try to watch all 3 of them tomorrow. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Hot Rod.
I mean, that's a good day. That's a good day right there, sir. You're gonna be riding a high that you'll never be able to experience after that.
Because I want to get the comedy, like, I don't want to say out of the way, but like I want to get them done. Then I'm gonna go into. I want to maybe after those 3, I'm gonna do Vertigo, Zodiac, Witch, and then I'm gonna do Royal Tenenbaum, and then I think Prometheus.
Yeah, Royal Tenenbaums and Prometheus. That's a tonal shift.
Ray, we need carbon.
Where's that at?
Well, we need carbon by burning organic, and we need compound because we're actually allowed compound.
Oh, you want compound? I can get you compound, pal.
If you do,
I have you a truck full of compound here by this afternoon.
If you do soil, we can make a lot of it.
I'm gonna make a lot of
You want a tow? I'll get you a tow this.
it. He's like, amateurs. It's like, you want a tow? I can get you a tow this afternoon.
This is what you get when you fuck a stranger.
You're killing your father, Donnie.
Damn. Oh, the guy in
She's a fucking show dog, dude. She's got fucking papers.
Fargo, what is?
William H. Macy.
Yes, dude, I did not know he was in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh God, like I felt bad for him, but also hated him so much. Like at the same time.
That's what I love about Coen Brothers movies. It's like not everybody's the like plucky, quirky, you know, oh, he's just down on bad luck. It's like, nah, these people are pretty, you know, just like normal people. Like some of them are pretty not irredeemable, but it's like, why would you do that, man? You know, like
Wait, the other guy with Steve Buscemi was Peter Stormare?
oh yeah. With Nihilus Lebowski.
God, that guy is incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize him. I guess because he had freaking hair. And, like, he looked young.
Well, yeah, that movie came out in like 1998 or 9 or something.
I always picture Peter Stormare just being the ugliest dude, man. Like, just old.
Remember him being the Russian cosmonaut on Armageddon?
Like, vaguely? It's been a long time.
He's like, all these directions made in Taiwan! Yeah, he's
Okay,
like he's like
I'm
the
getting,
Russian
like,
cosmonaut.
flashes in my brain as you're saying that.
Yeah. They find him on the International Space Station. He's like been left alone this whole time. And so like he's like a fucking nut job. Oh, I'm gonna die, Sean!
How do you die?
No oxygen.
Put away the gun! Oh.
Oh, sweet air.
I heard my heartbeat. I was like, my blood pressure high? Oh.
Peter Stormare voices I'm assuming a bad guy in Destiny 2.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
He's a doctor in a movie called The Hitler File.
I mostly know him from Prison Break.
Bro.
Is it Prison Break? Pretty sure.
It feels like he has gotten so much weirder.
Oh,
Like,
he
he's gotten older.
He basically got typecast, so he's that character. He's in Until Dawn.
No, I know about him in Until Dawn. That's what I'm saying. It's like so weird, but like, man, never. I guess I just forgot that he used to like be a normal dude.
I made this Ray, so this holds all the extra soil.
You need compound though? I got a few.
Yeah, we need. Well, yeah. Just place it down. I'll take it. Oh, never mind. My backpack's full. Well, I'm trying to make us. I was going to make those because they're medium soil. I thought we could carry those, but it seems like they're a little bit bigger than I expected. So it seems like maybe the small soil is all we can take on us.
It's kind of crazy going through these movies because like the movies that I'm the most excited about end up being kind of like okay, and the movies that I'm least excited about end up being.
Well, it also has to depend on your mood, because like there's just some times where you watch a movie and you're like, ah, man, that was tough to get through, and like it kind of like makes you like not.
I think that's true because I think that's one of the reasons I didn't like. I didn't love Pig when I first watched it because I don't think I was in the right. First of all, I wasn't prepared for how like sad that movie was, but like. Not sad, like melancholy, I guess. Just like
yeah, you're just watching a slice of someone's life. It's not necessarily like we've got to get the hero to the thing, and you know.
It's just like how much bad stuff, like, but like then I went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I'm like, I actually like that movie a lot more in retrospect than I did in the moment because I like that and like thought about it for a while and I was like, huh, like okay, that was actually really good.
That's like the movie Cashback. I remember like I think if I would have watched that at any other time, I watched it when I was like, I want to say I just broke up with somebody, or I was kind of in like a bummer kind of mood. And then like it was late at night, I want to say it was raining, it was just like the perfect time to watch it, and I just was like soaked into the movie. And like that movie's incredible, but then I showed it to Courtney and she's like, yeah, that's good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is the movie of our generation.
What is Cashback?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I'm surprised I'm the one that introduced that to you, Ray.
Yeah. It's like a story about kind of just like these dudes. I think they're from Britain. I think it's like somewhere in the UK. They all have accents, but like they're just like a bunch of like.
Is this the one where time stops?
And he like paints people and stuff. The only problem is like you can't talk about it these days because that movie is straight up like rape. Like the movie is this like, and again they don't really tell you if it's like in his head or if he can actually do it, but he's like a slacker like grocery store clerk, and he worked with a bunch of other dummies, and it like reminds me of like Clerks, but like with like a sci-fi element of like just these guys going about their day-to-day like life. This kid like that loves to draw, like freezes time, but then he'll like draw people, but like he'll unclothe some of them and draw them, and it's
okay, man, I forgot about this movie.
yeah,
Damn, this
it's
is
it's
old.
cool, but the problem is I haven't watched it since I watched it a long time ago, and it's like I don't want to sit there and be like, yeah,
Don't.
yeah, recommend it, and all of a sudden, you know, if anyone ever hears it, it's like, Ray recommends rape movies. It's like, that's not what... Because, again, I don't know if the movie ever makes it clear that it's just in his mind, or if he actually does it.
I don't think it makes it.
Oh, I have
clear.
got to stop talking and doing this.
What are you trying to do?
I'm suffocating.
Oh.
Trying to breathe, mostly.
It
I
has a
haven't-
bad review on Rotten Tomatoes.
Which is surprising. Rotten Tomatoes usually likes more out there, like...
Avant-garde crap.
Yeah.
It was just a cool movie, but like I dug the like just kind of the way that the guys are, where it's like, who fucking cares? What does it matter? And like it's just them like living their life and say, like, I love movies like that. Like that movie, The Last Kiss with Zach Braff's a great movie. That's like a realistic portrayal of like a relationship and like him cheating, and it's not like, oh, as long as you go back and make this big speech, everything's gonna be all right. My favorite is there's a scene in that movie where the dad at the end, he's like, we're all fucking morons. He's like, oh shit, what does he say? Like I remember watching it and being like, god damn, like because when girls watch The Notebook and you watch all these movies that are like unobtainable like romance, it sets you up for failure, because then it's like, why don't you plan a 17-day trip where you write me letters every day and flowers are delivered to our room? It's like, cause bitch, we work 40 hours a week, and like, why am I not getting handies every left and right? You know what I mean? Like,
Haley used to tell me about this girl at work that, like, I think it was like every week or every month or something, would get roses delivered to their office, or flowers or something, and it would just be this big bouquet like every month or something. It's like, oh, my husband sent me flowers, and it's like, yeah, but he does it every month. And it's not him. He just has a subscription to this delivery thing where they just deliver you flowers every month. He literally does not even remember he's paying. And it's like, it's so weird, because it's like artificial, like, interest partner or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just like, is it really special after you get flowers for the 500th time in a row?
no, because then
where
it's,
you know he didn't order them. You know he just set up a subscription like Netflix and then just forgot about it. And then, like, you get home from work and you're like, oh, I got the flowers today. And he's like, what? Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, I bet you could. For, like, a few months. But, again, also, it's fake. It's not like the husband is picking out the flowers.
she's like, buy me some goddamn flowers!
No, you know what's nice? Is when I'm at the store and I get flowers, and then I come home and I give them, and it's like once in a while.
You know what's nice? What I'm going to tell you is nice for you.
No, that's what actually, that I put some thought into it. Not just like, oh, well, I'll just set up this subscription flower service, and then it's just fake. Fake.
Alright, you ready to go to ice, Ray?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it is.
We might need to stop by the space station on the way there.
So that movie, just The Last Kiss movie or whatever, I remember watching it, and like it was a movie about Zach Braff's character like finding this chick who like it's like this like young college girl, and he's kind of going through like a, I'm 29 or whatever, I'm about to like become a dad. It's like, ah, fuck, my life's over and it's meaningless. And he just has this like typical movie, like, what does it all mean? Like, my life's over. I want to relive the glory days. And so he like finds that solace in this like young teenage a college girl or whatever, and he like cheats on his pregnant wife with her, and then like it. He does the cliche thing like, oh, it was a mistake. I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. And he goes, I love her or whatever. And so like the dad comes out because like she like doesn't want to talk to him. And the dad comes out and he's like, why are you doing this? He's like, you fucked up. He's like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I love her. He's like, stop talking about love. Every asshole in the world loves somebody. It means nothing until it still doesn't mean anything. He's like, it only matters when you do it not for yourself or whatever. And like I remember watching that being like, God damn, dude, like. Why don't they teach you that shit instead of like, you watch movies and it's like, all you gotta do is run across an airport right before she gets on a flight and tell her that, I've had a crush on her since, high school and everything's great and we're gonna live happily ever after. It's like, no, life sucks. You do stupid shit. And then somebody commented on one of those videos about the movie and they were like, yeah, he's like, cheating is trashy. He's like, it's a mistake a lot of people make. He's like, but it's not something that defines you either. Like, you can come back from it. So it's like stupid to also be like, oh, always a cheater, once a cheater, always a cheater. It's like, sometimes you're an idiot. And like, sometimes it takes you cheating to go, that was gross and it gave me nothing. And all it did was like put more stress on my life. And I don't know, man. Like, I fucking love movies that are just like slow burn. Sometimes it's just a slice of life. Like Fargo reminds me of that, where it's just like you're just watching shit happen. Do you ever see Burn After Reading?
I think I've seen that, but I don't remember.
It's another Coen Brothers movie, and the entire movie is all a misunderstanding. It's called Burn After Reading. It's got Brad Pitt in it, and he's like the weight, like he works at like a gym, and he's like fucking like dancing and shit.
I have not. Did I add that to the list?
If you like Fargo, I'd say yeah. But like the problem with that movie is that like the whole point of the movie is that it's all a big misunderstanding. So like everything that's happening is like they think the government's doing this, and it's like all that happened was a guy dropped a floppy disk by accident, and they think that there's government secrets on it, and it's literally just like some dude's like paperwork. It's this whole crazy, and like the end, like towards the end of the movie, the government guys were like, "So what happened?" And they explain it. And they're like, "Okay."
Is it a Haley movie or no?
I don't know. No.
Why not?
You remember Mac's bicycle workout chair?
Yeah.
There's a scene where George Clooney creates something similar to that. And I think that's where they got the inspiration from. But yeah, it's.
I mean, she likes Brad Pitt. She likes George Clooney.
Okay.
Is it a comedy?
It's like Fargo, like comedy, where it's
like a dark comedy.
Yeah. I mean, Brad Pitt's fucking hysterical in it.
I just remember the trailer with him jumping around, like it's like gym clothes or something.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we got him, and he's like snapping his fingers and like fucking hip thrusting and stuff. They're so dumb. Like, and it's got Frances McDormand, same chick from the other one. Are you in your little booster seat, my little baby boy? Sean, tell me you're a big boy.
Wanna watch me?
Oh, my mic was up. Yeah, I'm in.
I
I was asking if Josh ever saw Men Who Stare at Goats.
See, that's one that like I couldn't get. Like I watched it. Maybe I just need to rewatch it.
I really like that one. We need to go to the space station.
Oh, the actual space station?
Yeah, I brought the thing from the center of Silva. So we can put it in.
The unidentified satellite?
Yeah.
Men Who Stare at Goats wasn't bad, but like I remember watching it the whole way through, and I don't think I laughed very much, and it was
it's also based on a true thing that we did, right?
Oh yeah.
Or at least the concept.
Fuck, what's it called? Oh shit, what did I do? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot what the term was called, but it was like basically like the CIA just like kept giving people like hardcore drugs to see if like they could like unlock the human brain or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, what's on this icon? It's a little circle. It's probably the closest one. Yeah.
Oh, every time we find the center of the Earth and they pop out, that's what the bricks are for. I thought we were supposed to just bring an element from each planet.
Yeah, I assumed it was that, so I brought it out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Alright. So, that one... I mean, we can go to every planet, we'll figure it out. But we're on the ice one now. While I'm doing the ice stuff, you could probably make your way to the center.
Okay.
Let me get my boosty. A piece. I watched They Clone Tyrone.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was pretty good.
Fucking Jamie Foxx, man. I could not stop laughing.
I don't think it made me laugh, but movies usually don't. It was just a good movie.
Glacio, is that right?
Yeah.
Dude, it just like the 70s pimp and like everything that came out of his mouth just like kept fucking cracking me up.
Like, I would have to look up the actual meaning of it, but would this be considered like a blaxploitation film?
That's what like the look and feel was supposed to be, but like you could tell there was an effort to like also make it like sci-fi and modern, because like they never explicitly tell you where they are. They call it the Glen, but that's not really.
Yeah, and they
never really specify a timeline either. Like there's some people with phones, but like Jamie Foxx is like a fucking 70s pimp, so like.
I mean, when I was in Dallas a couple years ago, I saw one person that looked pretty similar to that.
This Sean does not support the opinions and views of Death Mace and his racist views.
Oh no, the guy literally had a pimp cane, and
maybe it was for walking. We don't know. Maybe he had a bad hip.
No,
we don't make accusations here.
I'm not saying he was a pimp, but he dressed like.
Get your bigotry off this stream. Where did we land last time?
Oh, dude, I don't remember.
That...
Oh, there it is. I see the beacon.
Yep.
I do like, as far as I could tell, they never explicitly said it was not to like bring the blacks down, like necessarily. It was just that was the place they chose. They never specifically said they did it for any reason other than it was a quiet place.
What, the Glen?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's all over the world.
I guess that's where well. I mean, I would have to look at it, but the ending seemed to still be. It was still like black people.
No, yeah. So well, I don't want to ruin it for Josh. Oh, Josh is gone. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the thing is that they said that he goes, I was sick of watching them kill us because they don't understand us, so I'd rather, instead of annihilate our people, I want to assimilate our people. So the whole point was to like study what they could do to control them, and then through generational breeding, basically. That's why the lab assistant guy was like white but with an afro, and then the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy.
I forgot about that little part.
Yeah. So the whole point was to like basically turn black people white in order to save their race. So it's like, I'd rather survive than die, being, black and original and whatever. So like it's a cool concept, because I was thinking it was like, oh, it's going to be aliens or it's going to be something else, but it was basically just like, yeah, I mean, what is fucking banging?
For a little bit, I actually forgot it was meant to be a sci-fi movie, because like for the first, like maybe not a third of the movie, but first good part, like it's just playing it straight.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is you're supposed to be led to believe, because at the end, when they show Tyrone, he's more in like an LA like city, and they were supposed to be in more of like a Detroit type city. So like,
I didn't realize I was supposed to be the same actor until they said like, oh, is that you? Because I guess maybe it was like the hair or something was different, like something, it just didn't look like the same person.
So it was you were supposed to think like, oh, they were testing it in the Glen, and like the Glen was where they were doing it. But then once you see Tyrone wake up at the end, you're like, oh, and you're supposed to think for a second like, oh shit, they reset it and he's back in the Glen. But all of a sudden, like you can see palm trees, you can see that like
the guy does specifically say we're everywhere.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, when you see him wake up, he wakes up exactly like fucking, what's his name did? What's his name? Not Tyrone, but, his version. That's why when the entire movie, I was like, where the fuck is Tyrone?
Yeah, they really waited till the last second to do that, which was pretty fun. It reminded me, like, not in... I don't know why, because I would have to rewatch the movie to see if there was a reason. But through some of the movie, I got like a weird, like this is reminding me of John dies at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, I don't remember why. It was just the feeling I got while watching it.
Because, like, you're watching people do their everyday lives, but then, like, a bigger thing happens where you're like, oh, shit, like, you can't ever go back to normal after this vibe. And then you're just watching all these people go, what the fuck is going on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so
I don't think
nice.
I liked it as much as you, but it was, like, a fun movie.
That's what I'm saying. It was just fun. And then, like, it was just... fucking Jamie Foxx with like the gun in the elevator. He's like, I'm going down, and they start fucking singing, and then like he's got the cocaine. He starts giggling, and then he fucking shoots that dude by accident. And he's like, oh, give me a wet nap or something. Like he's just so. It was just so funny. And then
it seems like he's having fun making the movie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the movie seemed fun. Like when they're in the chicken restaurant, he's like realizing that everybody's fucking eating. He's like fucking slaps out of their hands. Like it's in the goddamn chicken. Oh, dude. And then he's like, if you could show me the door to the freaky deaky laboratory, he's like, I would be at your atmosphere.
Yeah, I didn't know what kind of movie it was supposed to be, but like every once in a while you would see, I think it's like the film spices thing at the top right, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it very much has like a blaxploitation kind of vibe to it, and like I loved. You ever see Black Dynamite?
Yes.
Yeah. Black Dynamite's like one of my favorites. That's also like making fun of blaxploitation. Shaft and I don't know what other movies, because I don't want to cultural appropriation or whatever, but
yeah, this didn't seem like it was necessary. Like, I guess that's the reason I didn't know if this was considered blaxploitation, because it doesn't feel like it's.
I think it's an
maybe on the same
homage.
level as, yeah. It didn't feel like it was on the same level as like Black Dynamite, Goofy. It's been a long time since I've seen that as well.
Dude,
I just mostly remember the scene where the little girl's like, "You look like just like my dad." He's like, "Shut up, little."
He's like, "Shut up, little girl." My favorite's when like the Chinese guy's fighting someone, and he walks in, he starts fighting him, and out of nowhere, like a nunchuck flies in and hits him. He's like, "Ha! I threw that shit before I even walked in here." And like it's just dumb, goofy little gimmicks like that. And then my favorite is they're like in most shows where they like connect the dots, but like it's a leap where it's like Xbox. You get a box, you put stuff in it. It's a moving company, and like they like figure out what's going on by like saying the words, whatever. And so like they go from 0 to like 1,000, where it's like, yeah. And then little Ricky, he's like, he likes that movie Titanic. Titanic was filmed by James Cameron, and like they just keep going down, and like eventually it's like, it's Steve, he's doing the thing or whatever. Like, like it's almost like an Austin Powers like kind of just goofy. That's why a lot of people like that are talking about Barbie are like, oh, it's so blah blah, it's feminist, blah blah. It's like it's just a goofy movie. Like it's like Anchorman or like fucking
like
Nacho Libre. Like it's meant to be goofy and rip on the Barbie character, not saying that like, oh, all women are better than
even
dudes.
If it did, it's like, all right, then the movie's not for you.
Yeah.
Like, not every movie has to be for everybody. Just don't fucking watch it.
Dude, I watched.
Like there's a lot of movies I don't watch because I'm like, just not what I want.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm sure people do this. It's just not in my circle. Like complaining about music. It's like, I just don't fucking listen to it. It's like, oh, this music has a message. I'm like, well, yeah, dumbass. That's kind of the point. Just if you don't like the message, don't listen. I just don't understand how people don't connect the two, like music and movies.
Because everybody thinks everything's made for them, and they think that, like, nobody thinks, oh, like, you know, that's like certain music. That's why, like,
maybe I can just shut the fuck up and not watch it.
Yeah. Again,
Granted, I think it's different than ruining, like, where they take existing franchises and ruin it.
Mhm.
But if it's like a new thing that has no expectations behind it, then just don't watch it.
well, that's like Ben Shapiro or whatever fucking wrote about Barbie, and he was like,
I wanted to watch it, but in the video it's like, oh, there's spoilers for the movie. I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see his dumbass take on it. I just don't want to spoil the movie for it.
yeah, he rips right into it, and I don't care because like I'll still watch it, but like he just was like, the problem is right off the bat he's like, this movie is for children. It's like, it's PG 13, dude. Like, it's PG-13. It's meant to be kind of like, they're not straight up like showing like sex, and they're not straight up doing drugs.
Is he saying it's for children as in like they shouldn't have this message type thing?
Basically, he's like, because again, it's like
This motherfucker really didn't grow up like watching Ren and Stimpy and shit.
Well, Ren and Stimpy, that's an enigma, but like.
Or Beavis and Bad, like things that kids are watching, like even SpongeBob, kids are watching it, but there's more like adult themes that they're just not gonna get.
But that's the thing, is like SpongeBob is for kids, and there might be like a little pepper of something for the adults. Barbie is straight up for PG-13 for like it. They didn't make it for like Everly in London to go see. That's why Courtney and Avon went to go see it first, because I was like, I don't want to take them, and it's a little more above their heads than it should be, which I'm glad I didn't, because it is like the thought of death and dying is like in there or whatever.
Are they 13?
Huh?
I said, are they 13?
No.
It's not for them.
That's what I know, but Ben Shapiro is going, this movie is for 7-year-olds.
I know. I'm not making the point. It's like, if like, granted the ages are not there for like, hey, you understand this, but it's probably a pretty good barometer as well.
It's just, it was so funny listening to him, because like, again, if right off the bat you're going in with the preconceived notion that it's for children, you're already wrong. And so then like every point he makes about it is going off the fact that like you're thinking that you're walking into a Toy Story movie and there's like dicks and sex and drugs, and it's like, that's not what happened. They made the movie for Courtney, essentially, like girls that grew up on Barbie. They're playing with the tropes that you grew up on with Barbie, where it's like nobody's playing with Barbie going, hey Ken, do you want to go on a date with me and then maybe start a family and we can, you know, start off slow and then we can have sex. No, it's, you guys want to go to the beach? Yeah, wee. And so like Ken is just meant to be like the guy that drives her to the beach, and like he's not meant to be like anything more than that. And so like they're playing with that in the movie.
Yeah, and even Ken was always just there as like the side piece to Barbie. He was never.
Yeah.
Like, it was all like Barbie. The dolls are always about Barbie.
Yeah, and so that's what they're playing with. But of course, in this fucking climate that we live in, everybody wants to look at it with a fucking political agenda lens. And so then it's just, this movie's teaching men to be subservient to women, and that women are the only ones that deserve high-ranking roles, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you idiot. That's why when she goes to Earth, it's supposed to be like a rude awakening, where it's like, oh, well, if I'm a Barbie and I'm supposed to be inspirational to girls, then every girl on Earth should be, you know, high-ranking members of society, and then you get there and it's not. And so it's like, that's what they're playing with, but everyone just goes, ah, Ken's not the patriarchy, ah! And
this seems wild also from the fact that most of our history is the opposite of that, which was women are in the kitchen, like both like history in real life and in fiction, where women are like the subservient people, and you don't hear Bishop or anybody like being like, oh man, we really fucked up back then.
Well, that's like the whole thing of Barbie in the movie, is that they show like girls playing with dolls, and like dolls are supposed to be the like, get prepared to be a mother, and then Barbie comes along and it's like, I can be whatever I want, and like, that's the joke. But again, it just goes over people's head, and they go straight to YouTube, and they're like, guys, Barbie is a sexist movie about fucking feminism and blah blah. It's like, well, it was written by like a feminist director, and like,
it's fucking Barbie.
yeah, calm your tits.
Do they not realize that's still prevalent on the woman being the housemaker? Like, a lot of, well, I mean, you know this because you have kids, but we're like, when we were looking for stuff for Nathan, a lot of the Tories are still like, hey, here's the guy doing monster truck stuff, and hey, well, maybe they don't necessarily have it in the female section anymore, but it's like, hey, do you want to play housemaker? Do you want this little Cabbage Patch doll that you can feed milk to? Do you want this mop and broom? It's like, we still have that, and like the sections are not as split as they used to be, but when you walk into Walmart or Target, you can tell which section's the boys section and which one's the girl section.
100%. And I don't know, man.
I don't think there's necessarily an issue with that, but if you have an issue with one way, you have to have an issue with the other way.
Well, that's the problem, is that it's just, honestly, I highly doubt any of these people are actually as offended as they claim they are.
I know, it's their platform, it's how they make money.
Right, and so that's the thing, is like, you need clickbaity title. That's why, like I said, I went through and I unsubscribed from so many things, because it was just the same shit, all caps, woke Disney ruins another franchise. Ah! And then like you watch it, it's like, yeah, it's a bummer. Is Indiana Jones 5 or whatever like the worst movie on planet Earth? No, probably not. It's probably fine. Like they're not blatantly looking at the camera being like women good, men bad. But of course, if like you sit there through a lens and try to write it that way, yeah, you can make it seem that way. So again, if it's not for you, then yeah, just don't watch it. But the problem is that everybody needs fucking content, so it's just they're ruining Hollywood.
It's funny because people hate watch it and then it gets made. Like they're like everybody like I kind of liked it, so I'm glad they're doing the second season.
Hey,
But
hold on,
like with
hold on 1 second. Sorry, somebody's calling me. Hold on.
You are one of them.
I was. And without that injection, I'll be one again.
What do you mean? You found a solution?
That's right. Exactly as you said it could be. I take that for it.
What is it?
Defibrinated blood plus vaccine. The blood feeds the germ. The vaccine keeps it isolated and prevents it from multiplying. We've had it for some time now.
We?
There are quite a number of us.
And I thought you were alone. I was going to cure you. Does that amuse you?
No.
Now, I want the truth. I want all of it. Why are you here?
To find out if you know any more than we do. You know far less. We're alive. Infected, yes, but alive. We're going to reorganize society. Do away with all those wretched creatures who are neither alive nor dead. Start everything all over again.
And you want me to join?
You can't join us. You're a monster to them. Why do you think I ran when I saw you? Even though I was assigned to spy on you. Because I was so terrified of what I'd heard about you. You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night. Leaving as evidence of your existence bloodless corpses. Many of the people you destroyed were still alive. Many of them were loved ones of the people in my group.
I didn't know.
Is there any way you can get out of here?
What do you mean?
They're coming after you tonight. That's why I was sent here. To prevent you from resisting them. And supposed to keep you here. Until they come.
To kill me.
Yes.
Your new society sounds charming.
The beginning of any society is never charming or gentle.
And you pretended to be shocked at my violence. Well, what are you waiting for? Why don't you go on and use it? Get it over with. Use it. Get it over with.
Now you know. What are you going to do? you doing?
It's already done.
What?
Look. Look. You see? It worked, Ruth. The antibodies in my blood worked. My blood has saved you, Ruth. Do you know what this means? You and I can save all the others. We won't be alone. We'll never be alone again.
You are sure?
Wait. Don't be afraid. Where are you
I've
going?
got to get out of here. Tell them you're not a
You
threat
can't
to us.
go out there.
You
You
can save all
wouldn't
of
get
us.
10 feet.
When they come here, there won't be time for questions and answers. They'll come to kill. For God's sake, Robert, let me go. Oh, Robert, please.
Ruth, look, tomorrow.
Please. Oh, Robert.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, is she asking you for tech support?
Yeah, she was like, I got a tech question. She's like, if I'm uploading these videos to YouTube, she's like, but I have to have it submitted by 9, but it's taking like an hour to like upload. She's like, if I just send them the links and it uploads throughout the night and they look at it in the morning, she's like, well, those links will work, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, the links will work. It's just don't say, hey, open this right away, because they won't work until they're uploaded. But I was like, you just have,
The tech.
yeah. So she was just asking that because she didn't understand. Again, it's like the girls here, they don't understand how like technology works. And it's like, you plug in Box and Box gives me internet, right? It's like, there's more to it than that. But fucking chicks, right? They don't get it.
Don't know shit. I'm trying to get all these red boxes.
You're good. I might dip here in just a little bit. Ben went to Florida on his two-person vacation.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
He's back, and we were gonna play a little PUBG.
Uh-huh.
You wanna play some PUBG?
Nope.
I like how you just like that's like the one game you're like, nah.
It's not fun. It's janky. Even after all these years. Like, it looks like maybe it controls a little. Well, like, it looks like it controls better than when it first came out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's fun watching you play it, but nah.
All right. Well, I've made progress with the hole to the center of the Earth.
Yeah, I can see your mining icon through the ground. I think I have a couple more boxes. So I'm underground, running a long way, and carrying them one by one. Let's see what's after 20. Because there's a couple things we need from this planet. We sort of need a atmospheric condenser to get the atmosphere.
Yeah, but is that shit that we can just make on our planet and transport over here, or do we have to like go around and make a whole nother base here to do what you needed to do at the other planet?
We can probably. I mean, no, we can definitely put we could make an atmospheric condenser on the other planet, or our main one, to bring it here. We just need one to get the atmosphere here, because I assume it has different things than what our planet has.
Okay.
We need some of that just to build a couple things.
Okay.
Specifically, I want to build the
monorail.
what's it called? Atmospheric condenser. I want the auto extractor. It says efficiently extracts resources over time without removing terrain.
Oh, so like mines for you?
Yeah, so I'm guessing it just you tell it whatever you want and it just does it over time. Like a lot of this game, for the most part, seems to be like, you've done your work. Your work is done. You can rest and just explore.
Rest King.
Like just do what you want and beat the game. And I kind of like the planet-based missions.
Yeah, I thought it's so fun. Like it's just such a fun, goofy little game. Oh, there's so many cubes down here.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot. I don't know if they're for anything other than this specific mission that we're on. Well, what does it say on them? This size is strange. Never seen Argon behave this way before. We need to check the electricity interference in the ground belt. So we researched them, and they gave a lot of research, but it seems like maybe they're specifically for this mission. But it's also just good research.
That's where you have to keep bringing it to the little train station, right?
Yeah, so I have the train station going underground now, because I brought a bunch of rails with me.
I was gonna say, bring a rail down here. There's a shitload we can bring up too.
Oh, I don't have that many. Like I'm tapped out now.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a shitload on the surface just scattered around.
It seems like they're specifically like the little platforms that screw into the ground. If you hover over those, it's like, you know, these are into the tram and where like rare resources are. So I think those are just like when you see those, the containers will be next to them, or the red cubes will be next to them.
Okay.
That's like a way to know from a distance.
This fucking wind like just gives me a chill that I'm not even cold. Okay,
Not to head off.
yeah. Got the hole started. Can I bring my ball down there?
Problem.
My hamster ball?
Problem. I mean,
Oh, I've
or
already got.
you can hold it, so you can probably get it back out.
I already got it stuck.
Oh, never mind. Oh shit! I came down a bigger cave hoping I would see some red cubes, but I don't. And I'm also glad the lag went away. That would have been a bummer. The message just really not like something I did on the science planet. It was like, oh, fuck. Or it could have been just, you know, 9 hours of game. Weird stuff happened. I think I need one more ring.
I do kind of wish like it keeps making this creaking noise. I do kind of wish it like at certain places you step go and like fall and like put you in like how cool would that be to like be walking across something and all of a sudden like the ground just fucking breaks and now you're in like a cavern.
They would need more physics in the game. I don't know if they want to do that.
Let me dream, Sean. Let me dream.
I mean, like some of this stuff is relatively new to the game, like even the last couple months. So they're still working on it, which is really cool. Because again, I played this for the first time like 2 years ago or something.
I'm sure after Starfield comes out, a lot of these like streamers playing this game are gonna fall off real fast.
Are there a lot of people playing this game?
There's a good amount of like no, not really, to be honest. Like maybe
It doesn't seem like it.
Maybe 20,000 or ish people. Because when I like tagged to make a short, I was like hashtag Astroneer, and it was like 20.k posts, and I was like ah. But yeah, PUBG, it's like 10 million or whatever. Like
Or yeah, people like shooting. Those games have a very quick
Rinse.
beginning and end.
Yeah. Rinse and repeat.
I'm on the train, just get this wind sound. Change your pace from. I guess our planet's pretty dead silent.
Yeah.
About it.
There's no wind. There's no like natural like just cricket chirping or anything.
Yep.
Space crickets.
This might be the last red cube. Hey.
Boom.
What do we get for that? Nothing fancy. Get an exo chip. Granted, this was. I think they planned on this being here real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Use button to confirm shipment. Done. You received this morning's message. We should leave for Calidor immediately. Please advise.
Is that a place?
I think it's. Oh, that's you. I was like, where's the horn come from? Use data log to logistics. Yeah, I got another one of these. Place and activate the gadget. You want to go to Calidor and then leave?
Or like land there and then call it a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will take my. I'll keep the smelter here. We should probably have a smelter on each planet. How many jumps are we on?
Fuck ton. 18.
Okay. I don't remember if you've been to Calidor yet.
No, I've been to the moon, the ice planet,
Oh,
and then yeah. Go ahead. Okay.
if Calidor is the one I think it is. Pretty cool. I've only been to maybe 2 planets.
Yeah.
But again, me and my friends, we played a long time, but we didn't do.
Oh, this is like Mars.
Yeah. So we don't have a beacon, so let's try to.
So, well, like the ice planet, there was like a random thing you could land on. So I'm gonna see if there's another like abandoned.
I think that was only there when we placed that thing, right?
Mm-mm. The ice planet had a pre-built landing pad that I landed on.
Oh,
That's where I got the ball from.
Sure.
We'll land here next to the monolith.
Alright. Well, maybe this thing will give an icon. It gave us like another one of those shipwreck things.
Oh.
This might be the plane I'm thinking, but let's throw it down. Nice activated the curious guys. Got some good music over here. Oh, cool! It's giving us power for each one. Install medium.
Whoa, there's like spider trees over here. Tons of compound.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. This is playing out control. Oh, it looks like there's. Oh, never mind. I thought those were rings on the planet. There's not. I found some resin over here. I found a research item. Looks like a pumpkin. Oh, this is Calidor. Let's look at the planet on the thing. We get malachite, wolfenite. Oh, sulfur is in the
Atmosphere.
Yeah. It's medium hazard, sun very high. Average atmosphere is sun blasted dry.
So it's a desert planet.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any more tethers on me.
Oh, here you go.
It does look like there's one of these were nearby. Ooh, look at this over here. It's a big ol' cave.
Oh.
Oh, there's a ball. LRD Hypno. Failed experiment discarded immediately.
Oh, it doesn't do anything?
Ah, they're just balls. And you can kick them.
You have balls. I like balls.
Is that research? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is a big ass. Oh, no, well. Ah, okay, it doesn't go. Hey, okay, well. Stay. I thought you were gonna smooth it.
No.
Monster. Just give it a little walk.
Okay.
I'm already out of tethers. I was hoping to find that wind generator.
There's a fuck ton of compound over here, but
What do we got? We got power extenders. We got whatever the hell that is. Oh, it's shells. Have a little bit of spare oxygen. And here, a lot of compound up here too.
He's given us in only 160 years. Before signing up, you boys ought to try a little taste of Dr. Ism's formula to see what you'd get in exchange for your freedom. Go ahead, try it.
You can't do this to me! I'll strike!
The state forbids strikes.
Wait till the Union hears about this!
Ah, yes, the Union. Welcome to our ranks, number 1313.
I'll take this case to the Supreme Court.
The state is the Supreme Court. Our decision is as follows. No more private property. No more you.
The farm vote will put a stop to this.
Farmers don't vote anymore.
What'll they do for seed next year?
You won't have to worry about next year. The state will do your planning from now on.
We must fight to regain our freedom, or everything is lost. Everything!
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
When anybody preaches disunity, tries to pit one of us against the other through class warfare, race hatred, or religious intolerance, you know that person seeks to rob us of our freedom and destroy our very lives. And we know what to do about it.
Now, gentlemen, no violence, please. Don't throw those bottles. Don't throw those bottles! No! 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 Hey! Oh! Hey!
Working together to produce an ever greater abundance of material and spiritual values for all. That is the secret of American prosperity. America is many things to many people. To a 17-year-old kid, it's the malt shop on the corner. it's the front porch in the cool of the evening. To Mother and her family, it's church on Sunday morning. And to Dad, it's his favorite relaxation. It's the Cracker Barrel philosophers in Crabtree Corners. And it's the tycoons in Wall Street. It's all races, creeds, and religions. It's freedom to work at the job you like. Freedom of speech and to peaceably assemble. Freedom to own property. Security from unlawful search or seizure.
Where's your warrant, Flatfoot?
The right to a speedy and public trial. Protection against cruel punishments and excessive fines. The right to vote. And to worship God in your own way. It is these freedoms